Mark your calendars because August 26th is going to be a great day for Microsoft Xbox. Not only are we getting Gears of War Reloaded, and on top of Gears of War Reloaded, with a brand new, remastered on the multiplayer maps and a single campaign. On top of that, we're also getting Helldivers 2. So Gears of War Reloaded and Helldivers 2. Xbox is looking pretty good, man, on August 26th. And then, people are talking about Xbox is dead. Like, give me a break, man. Xbox is not dead. What's dead? Fanboyism. Fanboyism is dead. It's pointless to be a fanboy anymore. If I can play this on Xbox, if I can play that on PlayStation, if I can play vice versa, everything everywhere, or a PC or whatever, what's the point of being a fanboy? Like, what's the point of cheering for your brand? It's pointless. Just buy all of it. Buy PlayStation, buy Xbox, buy PC, and buy Nintendo. And be set. Be done. That's what you should do. I'm not saying buy it all at once, but you could buy it. It took me 6 years, 6 years. It took me 6 years to buy all these consoles. I didn't just, buy them all at once. So Helldivers 2, unfortunately, is not coming on Game Pass. Okay? But I think eventually it will come to Game Pass. I think eventually Papa Spencer will figure out the way to throw some money at the Arrowhead. Listen, mark my words. You will see. Eventually, it will come to Game Pass. At first, it will be released like this to make some money, but people will complain. People will say, "Hey, man, I don't want to spend $40 here and then $40 there on a PC. That's $80. And if you buy one of those deluxe editions, you're looking at $60. So I don't think people will want to, pay $40 plus $60 because they will want the Super Citizen edition with all the goodies, right? So they don't want to pay $60 on an Xbox and then $60 on a PC version. That's $120, bro, altogether, right? That's $120. So they will complain about the price. They will say, "Hey, why isn't this on Game Pass? Why are we paying $120 plus we are required to have a Game Pass to use the internet? I mean, to use the multiplayer." Think about it. People will complain. They're going to say, "What the hell? I don't want to pay $120. Plus I have to pay for Game Pass." Because you can use Helldivers 2 without the Game Pass. Unless you have a Steam version, that's different. If you have a Steam version, then that's different. That's different. So, I think people will complain. They will say, "I don't want to pay this. I don't want to pay $60. It should be included on Game Pass." I think, honestly, that's what's going to happen. At first, yes. At first, they're going to try to profit money from this. At first. But due to so many complaints, Phil Spencer will have to, throw some money at Arrowhead. And Arrowhead won't be able to resist. They'll say, "Hey, look, this is a lot of money that Papa Spencer's throwing at us. We can't resist this." And it will work both ways for them. The money that Spencer will throw at them to put it on a Game Pass, plus the Game Pass subscription and the kickback they will get from that, plus the fact that some people will choose to buy it regardless. I think it's a win-win situation. I think eventually this will come to Game Pass. I'm telling you. But this is a good news for Xbox, and trust me, this is just the first step. We'll see many games come to Xbox. I think we're getting to the point where I was talking to Shinobi about this. I have everything. I have Xbox, PlayStation, I have Nintendo, I have a PC, so this doesn't bother me. I already have Helldivers 2 on both Steam and PlayStation, so this really doesn't bother me. This is actually a good news for the uh, for the Xbox, and this also proves my point that the Xbox is not dead. Xbox is looking great. They got Ninja Gaiden 4 coming up. They got Black Ops 7. They already have, Mecha Break is doing pretty well. So, you know, people are bitching and moaning about the Perfect Dark. Yeah, sure, that sucks. But either way, Xbox is doing great, you know. And I agree with Destin. Destin says, listen, guys, Xbox is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. And it will continue to stay here. And it's only going to be, growing as it has grown. So what does all of this means? What this means is that it's pointless to be a fanboy. It's pointless. Just pick and choose what you want. You want Xbox? Okay, cool. Go with that. You want PlayStation? Go with that. But I think you will benefit from having a little bit of everything. I like choices. I like flavors. I like having different flavors because when you have different flavors, then you have choices. And choices are good because with different flavors and different choices, you get to enjoy all of the accolades that the gaming brings to you. Before I end this video, I also heard a rumor, and I don't know how much this rumor is true, because remember, these are just rumors. I heard a rumor that there might be a resurrection of Concord, that the Concord might be resurrected, and it might be coming to PlayStation Plus as part of PlayStation Plus live service, game. Now, this is just some rumors. Look, when it comes to rumors, it's a grain of salt, all right? It's just a rumor that I heard that the Sony might be resurrecting Concord. And why wouldn't they resurrect? Like Jaffe says, why wouldn't you want to resurrect? I think Jaffe said one time, why wouldn't you want to resurrect Concord? So you can make that money that you lost, right? You want to make that money you lost last year. Was it last year, September? On Concord, why not make that money back, So Helldivers 2, yeah, it's not coming to Game Pass, but I think eventually it will show up on Game Pass. Not right away because they want to make money first, but once they make enough money, and once, there's plenty of complaints to Papa Spencer, people complaining, why isn't this on Game Pass, blah, blah, blah. I think eventually Xbox will throw some money. Sony didn't throw any money, that's different. But I think Phil Spencer will throw some money. And, Arrowhead, it's like, why wouldn't we want to take advantage of this? Yeah, let's put it on Game Pass. We're just going to... Because I don't think Sony has any control over Arrowhead, okay? They're independent. They'll just make their own decision. Or do they have any say with this? I don't know. Does Sony have any say with this? But even Sony, why wouldn't they want to do it? They're going to profit a lot of money. Because they're still going to get the revenue. You understand? Even this, it would be stupid. It would be stupid for Sony not to take the advantage and put this on Game Pass, because they're going to get even more revenue. Not only are you going to have people who are going to buy this, if they choose to buy it, but at the same time you'll have a lot of people joining to play. And that's going to create even more revenue, a more kickback that Microsoft will have to pay to Sony, or Arrowhead in this case. So I think eventually we'll come to Game Pass. Because, you look at Mecha Break. Mecha Break is on Game Pass, but it's not on PlayStation. Look at Tony Hawk, right? So what I'm trying to say is one thing that Xbox is really good, it's bribing. with money. They're really good with when it comes to bribing with money. So I think they'll probably bribe Arrowhead. They'll probably bribe um, Sony. And you know, money talks, bullshit walks, man. Money talks, bullshit walks. And if Papa Spencer opens the bag of cash and, hey, here's some money, they'll probably say yes. I don't know. I could be wrong, but we'll have to wait and see. But I think eventually it'll come to Game Pass. There's no question in my mind, dude. This will eventually come to Game Pass. It has to. It has to. I'm telling you, Papa Spencer will throw some money at Arrowheads. Okay? Because he has a lot of influence. You think Papa Spencer will just sit there and let the Helldivers just be on a Microsoft store? No. Papa Spencer will say, listen, guys, we want you to be on a Game Pass. If you want to be part of Xbox, we want you to be on Game Pass. And I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. All right? Okay? Here's $2.4 billion. Who's going to say no to $2.4 billion? That's easy money, dude. That's easy money. Guaranteed. Yeah. What do you got to lose? You're making $2.4 billion, plus you're going to get the kickback money from Game Pass. It's a done deal. Trust me. Phil Spencer, because you have to remember, Xbox and Microsoft, they're all about the service. They're all about the service, dude. That's their main thing, to put everything in one pot, to put everything in a service. And that's what I'm telling you. Phil Spencer will figure it. Trust me, he'll have a meeting. Look, just wait. Just wait and see what happens, okay? Just wait about, let's say, give it about 4 months. By the end of December, beginning of January, you'll see. By the end of December, beginning of January, Papa Spencer will say, all right, listen, we have to ring in the new year. We got to bring the Helldivers 2 into a Game Pass. I'm telling you, eventually it'll come to Game Pass. Maybe not by the end of this year, but certainly beginning of the next year. I think maybe January, February, I think you will see Helldivers step into Game Pass, man. And if I'm wrong, well, then I'm wrong. I don't care. It's not about me being right or being wrong. This is just me throwing stuff out there, predictions, okay? It's not about me claiming to be a prophet. It's just me throwing a bunch of stuff out there to see what sticks and what doesn't stick. And I think there's a good probability and good possibility that we might see Helldivers 2 on a Game Pass next year, beginning of next year, 2026. I'm just saying, not Papa Gates, well, both Papa Gates and Papa Satya and Papa Spencer, the big three. Papa Gates, Papa Satya, and Papa Spencer. Don't forget the big three. I'm not talking about PlayStation 5 Pro big three, Mark Cerny. I'm talking about the big three influencers when it comes to money. Like the Godfather, right? Make you an offer you can't refuse. Papa Gates, Papa Satya, and Papa Spencer. Look at the influence they had on Tony Hawk. No one would have believed it, but hey, money talks, bullshit walks, all right? It's all about money. This is America, man. It's all about the money. And the one thing Microsoft has, they certainly have money. And they will bring some good cash where Arrowhead and Sony won't be able to resist. They'll say, shit, man, $2.4 billion. That's a lot of money. That's an easy money. That's easy cash. Who in their right mind would say no? Who in the right mind would say no to $2.4 billion? I'm telling you, just wait. Just wait. It'll come to Game Pass. You just wait. You just wait and you'll see. Okay?